And by the way, I was in love with Heather Langenkamp, and I had a crush on her back then, and I still got a crush on her now. Nancy can still get it. All right, if I find her now at her 50, probably 60 years of age, look, they say the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. I will tear Nancy up. You know what I'm saying? Spooky season is back. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, sir. My favorite time of the year, Halloween time, spooky season, 31 days of October. And I'm going to bring you a whole bunch of horror-related content, starting with this one right here. This was my first theatrical Elm Street Part 1 experience, and I cannot wait for this, man. I was like a little kid, like, I get to see Freddy on the big screen. Because the first Elm Street I seen on the big screen was Dream Child, Part 5, summer 89. Then I saw that Horrible Freddy's Dead, and then New Nightmare, and then Freddy vs. Jason, right? So 1 through 4, I missed. So here's my chance, right? Here's my big chance to relive a moment that I was supposed to have at 5 years old. So here it is, right? AMC almost fucked it up, all right? AMC almost fucked up this experience because, look here, it was a crowd full of people, and yes, there was that one person behind me that was gagging and coughing the whole time. I'm like, why the fuck would you go to a theater and you coughing and gagging? Like, take some rubber tussin or something, motherfucker. Damn. But anyways, I can get past the coughing. I can get past the popcorn munching because I do it myself when I have popcorn, right? The reason why I almost walked out of my favorite horror movie of all time is because as soon as the movie started, the sound was for shit. It's like somebody took the volume and like put it to almost a minimum where you have to have supersonic dog hearing to hear it. But it's funny because like with the effects, right? So when you hear people walking or when Freddy's slashing through shit, okay, best example, the scene where Nancy's in the tub and Freddy's hand is between her legs coming up, right? You can hear the water, you can hear the glove moving, right? You hear everything, right? Except for the music. For some reason, the music was drowned out. And then in the so-called scary parts where you're supposed to have that, you know, that makes the scene really pop, it was missing. So for the first 30 minutes of this movie, the sound was horrible. Then I looked over at the people next to me, you know, complete strangers. I said, what's going on with the sound of this movie? And to put the cherry on top, you know what made it even worse, y'all? Was not only was the sound low, but then you know how, okay, they have the door open when you come in, right? Somebody's supposed to close the door behind them and, you know, so you don't hear anything that's outside. So whatever movie was playing next door, you heard that louder than what was playing in front of me. So it was a weird, horrible experience at first. I'm like, damn, I'm hearing this movie next door. I'm hearing people crunching on popcorn. I'm hearing this guy coughing behind me. I'm hearing people moving in the seat. I'm hearing everything but what's in front of the fucking screen here. Okay, and Freddy's, one of his greatest moments when he killed Tina, it was almost drowned out. You couldn't really hear shit. And I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm about to walk out. I'm walking out. But I think somebody went and complained because somebody had like the person that was sitting next to me, like the husband or whatever, he got up and he left. And I guess he said something because when he came back, next thing you know, the door closed and the sound went to normal. Like the sound got loud. You heard everything. So the sound didn't start getting better till right before the Rod death scene. That's when everything was back to normal again. And I was like, whew. It was like the feeling of being in a hot ass room and you're waiting for the AC to kick in, but you're sitting there sweating bullets. You're like, when's the AC going to kick in? And finally the AC kicks in. That's the feeling that I had when it finally came on. I said, oh, finally the AC, I can breathe now. And then from that point on, from Rod's death until the end of the movie, great. Loved it. Loved it. I was like a kid in a candy store. I was smiling. When all that blood came out the bed, I was like, this is heaven. Heaven must be like this. All that blood splattered around. And, you know, when the key moments happen, you know, and it gets loud, a couple of people jump. And I'm like, this is the Elm Street experience that I wanted. So first 30 minutes, this experience got a fucking F and I was mad. I was ready to take my shirt off and throw it at the fucking manager or whatever, right? But then I would have got laughed at because, you know, I'm still in my fat Thor phase. You know, I got to get over that shit. But I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there. I'm working out after I do this video. So, yeah, wrapping up, y'all. I just want to share my first Elm Street 1 experience. This was dope. Started out rocky, but then ended on a great note. But I noticed the most reactions that came from the crowd was Nancy's mom. Like, Nancy's mom got the biggest pop out of everybody because I forgot, too. I didn't realize how much she fucking drunk in this movie, man. Like, Nancy's mom was constantly grabbing that bottle, and every time she grabbed the bottle, the crowd would start laughing. So, yeah, she got the biggest pop. And by the way, I was in love with Heather Langenkamp, and I had a crush on her back then, and I still got a crush on her now. Yo, Nancy can still get it. All right, if I find her now in her 50, probably 60 years of age, look, they say the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. I will tear Nancy up. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so Heather Langenkamp was dope in here. Johnny Depp, it's so weird seeing him so young like this, right? I'm like, damn, this dude was like a baby, man. And now he's Captain Jack Sparrow. So yeah, anyways, y'all, Elm Street 1 still gets an A in my book. My favorite horror movie of all time. One of my favorite horror franchises of all time. Love this joint. And that's it, and that's all. So have you guys seen Elm Street on the big screen? Have you seen it on the big screen? What do you think about the movie? Comment below. Let me know what you thought. And yeah, get ready because I got some horror content coming your way. And that's it. All right. So peace and a bottle of hair grease. I'm out.